My boyfriend went missing for the 10th time. I accidentally ran into him on the street corner. He was hugging his childhood friend showing off. A woman should be kept on a leash. I have my brothers keeping an eye on her. After going home, I said to his tall, handsome brother who could cook, since he doesn't want me, how about we give it a try? After giving it a try, I found out that my boyfriend had already hooked up with his childhood friend. Since that's the case, I teamed up with his brother to expose all their dirty secrets. We made them regret it while crying. Ryan Smith ran away for the 10th time. I unexpectedly saw him on the street. He was standing in front of the Riverside Inn with some friends looking proud. Brother Yi, you've been gone for half a month, right? Yeah, so what if I have? Ryan Smith's indifferent voice came. Ah, Emily White must be going crazy. Huh? Yeah, she cares so much about you. How could you leave her? Exactly. Don't be so willful. Hurry back. A woman's patience is limited. Ryan Smith lazily interrupted them. Run away? Of course. That's fake. A man has to keep the tension so the woman will cling to you more. I had Jason Lee help me investigate. And when the time's right, I'll show up. Brother Yi, you're clever. How did you come up with the runaway idea? Of course it was me. A girl next to Ryan Smith proudly threw her arm around his shoulder. With that pig brain of his, he could come up with such a good idea? Ryan Smith laughed and hugged her back. Get out of here, Amanda Green. But, after it's done, this prince will reward you. The girl smiled mischievously, leaning in close to his face and running her long finger over his Adam's apple. Brother Yi, how are you going to reward me? I didn't expose him and silently retreated to the street corner. I turned around and went to the supermarket to buy a lot of vegetables and meat. After returning home, I quietly approached Jason Lee who was making soup in the kitchen from behind. Any news on Brother Yi? No. I casually brushed my nose against Jason Lee's ear. What should we do? This time, Brother Yi might really not want me anymore. Today, I originally planned to go to the Riverside Inn for help from my Riverside Inn. She has been running a chain of hotels in South City for decades, and has a wide network. The first time Ryan Smith ran away, it was my Riverside Inn who helped me find him. At that time, I knocked on the door for an hour before he opened. He was wearing a slightly messy bathrobe, leaning against the small table in the entryway. I had been searching for him for 3 days, unable to eat or sleep, frantic with worry. Without a word, I red-eyed tackled him down. Bye, Emily White. You really can't live without me. Brother Yi, I just can't live without you. You just left without a word. Do you know how anxious I felt? Ah, Emily White. Don't. Still running? I panted in his ear. Still dare to run? He wrapped his arm around my neck, panting heavily, and reluctantly spoke. Emily White, I swear, I won't run away again. As expected. If there was one time, there would be countless more. In these 3 years, his frequency of running away kept increasing. If I said one wrong thing or didn't do something according to his expectations, he would disappear immediately. I had grown tired of this cat and mouse game long ago and had talked to him several times, but he still enjoyed it. This time, I was going to disappoint him. At noon, I made soup for Jason Lee. Today, I made a nourishing soup, and it actually tasted pretty good. Emily White, it's all my fault. I should have stopped Brother Yi that day. This time, Ryan Smith chose Jason Lee's place as the first stop for his runaway plan. According to Jason Lee, when I called his phone, Ryan Smith immediately knew it was me. Ignoring Jason Lee's advice, he grabbed his bag and rushed downstairs. It's not your fault. Ryan Smith is stubborn. No one can stop him. After finishing dinner, Jason Lee stood up, and I thought he was leaving, but instead, he took a laundry basket into the bathroom. An hour later, Jason Lee appeared on the balcony. He had even washed my clothes. For the past 3 years with Ryan Smith, I had always washed his clothes. The clothesline on the balcony was a bit high, but Jason Lee didn't need to stand on tiptoe to reach. With his strong, rough fingers, he carefully smoothed out the wrinkles in the clothes. In the sunlight, his hands looked sturdy and powerful. Jason Lee, why haven't you found a girlfriend yet? I'm looking. Just haven't found the right one. Jason Lee replied carelessly while hanging the clothes. What kind of girl do you like? I have several single friends. I can keep an eye out for you. I'm into tall girls. Like you. They need to know how to treat people well, have sexy lips, and dress well. They should be gentle looking and sweet in personality. I laughed. Jason Lee, why do I feel like the person you're describing is someone I know? I reached around him from behind and held his hand, threading my fingers through his. Jason Lee, anyway, since Ryan Smith doesn't want me, how about you take care of me? I wrapped my other arm around his waist and lightly leaned into him. Ryan Smith has been gone for half a month, and I've been making you big nourishing soups for half a month. You have to take responsibility for me. My lips lightly brushed his ear, cheek, and Adam's apple from behind. Emily White. You. I didn't let him finish. The next second, I turned him around and kissed him directly. Jason Lee is a graduate of a prestigious university and now works as a designer at a foreign company. He is handsome with a high nose bridge, a great body, and 8-pack abs. In public, he's reserved, like an ice flower high on a cliff, only for distant admiration. I hardly ever spoke to him. It was during our senior year of university, when I met him at a recruitment fair with Ryan Smith. He was sitting quietly at his recruitment booth. I was stunned by how handsome he was. His demeanor was like a cool breeze under a bright moon, pure and untainted. When he spoke to me, his bright eyes seemed to sparkle. I submitted my resume. Later, Ryan Smith said he secretly gave Jason Lee a red envelope. Jason Lee is his good brother, so he helped me out. Otherwise, a fresh graduate like me would never have been considered by a company like his. Jason Lee was technically my superior. During every small group dinner, Ryan Smith liked to bring him along. Jason Lee always stayed silent, drinking and eating, rarely engaging in our couple talk. On the day Ryan Smith ran away, Jason Lee came over. He felt guilty for not stopping Ryan Smith. He said he was coming to check on me, making sure I ate well. Since then, I've been making him nourishing soups for half a month straight. I kept changing it up, and he never got tired of it. But this morning, when he washed his face, his nosebleed wouldn't stop. At first, I thought of him as a gentleman, who never lifted a finger for housework. But Jason Lee is truly considerate. He washes clothes, cooks, and takes care of the plants. After I get home, he even massages my sore neck. His technique is unique. Every time, I can feel a comfortable itch behind my ears and at the base of my skull. Jason Lee's attentiveness and thoughtfulness are things Ryan Smith could never match. For 3 years, I made Ryan Smith meals, washed his clothes, and yet he still complained. This time, Ryan Smith ran away because he went out drinking with Emily White and others, and didn't come home until 1 a.m. I scolded him a little harshly. When I woke up, the bed was empty. He had run away again. It wasn't until today that I realized the idea of him running away was actually Amanda Green's idea. Amanda Green is his childhood friend, and they're so close that they walk around with their arms around each other in front of me. Last time he ran away, my Riverside Inn used her connections to check almost every hotel in South City's booking system, but couldn't find him. Now I seriously suspect that he hid at Amanda Green's place that time. This time, to keep an eye on me better, he dragged his good brother Jason Lee into it. At this moment, Jason Lee is in the bathroom, his muscular figure reflected in the glass door. Just now, Jason Lee pinned me to the bed for 3 hours, until we had used up all the strawberry-flavored ones I bought today. I reluctantly let him go. Jason Lee's phone, which he left by the bedside, kept ringing. It had no password, so I opened his chat with Ryan Smith. The last message was from yesterday morning. Ryan Smith. Did Emily White go to work today? Jason Lee. No, she took 5 days off to look for you. She's not going to get her full attendance bonus this month. Ryan Smith. What does the attendance bonus matter? My money's way more important than hers. Haha. Seeing this, I couldn't help but scoff. Ryan Smith. You spend $3,000 a month on shoes alone. You never wear the same clothes twice. Your car needs gas and maintenance, rent and utilities. What am I paying for if not for you? You say it so casually, but without money, how can I support you? I scrolled down. Jason Lee. If you don't love her, just break up with her. Don't keep hanging around. Ryan Smith. I do love her. Running away is just one of the ways I show I care about her. Jason Lee. Ryan Smith. How Jay? You don't understand. Women are all bitches. You can't treat them too well. A little bit of teasing makes things more interesting. Jason Lee didn't respond. A group message popped up, catching my attention. Ryan Smith. Just now Jason Lee said Emily White is still asking around looking for me. Amanda Green. Prince. It was my idea, wasn't it? Ryan Smith. Haha. Wait till I reward you properly. Amanda Green. Tonight, meet at X Bar, the usual place. Remember to wear that see-through shirt. Ryan Smith. No, I just bought that today. I'll wear it when Emily White finds me. Amanda Green immediately sent a crying emoji. Ryan Smith. All right, tonight I'll let you have it. Amanda Green immediately sent a seductive emoji. Another person commented. Feels like Sister Yun is about to get a green hat. Ryan Smith quickly sent a pouting emoji. Amanda Green and I are just buddies. No crime, no fear. I sneered. Ryan Smith. You sure know how to deceive yourself. More messages came through. Ryan Smith sent Jason Lee a private message. Ryan Smith. Jason Lee. Did Emily White ask you about that night? I typed a question mark for Jason Lee. Ryan Smith. It was the last time I ran away. I got drunk. And when I woke up, I found myself in the same bed as Amanda Green. I mimicked Jason Lee's tone. You and Amanda Green are buddies. Sleeping in the same bed. So what's the big deal? Ryan Smith. Even if we're buddies, she's still a woman, not saying anymore. He told Jason Lee. Remember, never tell Emily White anything. If she asks, just say I came home with you that night. I knew it. Every time Amanda Green met with Ryan Smith, her eyes were like a cat's looking at a mouse. She couldn't hide it. It turns out, the cat had already tasted the thrill of stealing the fish long ago. I haven't been looking for Ryan Smith these days. He's obviously panicking. He called Jason Lee 3 times in one night. He asked if I went to work, how I was doing, if I could eat. When he called the last time, I was having fun with Jason Lee. I picked up the phone and put it on speaker. Ryan Smith's voice sounded a little impatient. Jason Lee, what's going on? 2 days in a row. No missed calls from me. Turns out, after not hearing from me for a few days, Ryan Smith took me off his blacklist. Hello, Jason Lee. Are you listening? She's probably too busy. Jason Lee, what are you doing? Is there a woman with you? I deliberately played around, and Jason Lee couldn't help but make a sound. Wow, Shen, handsome guy. You're in a relationship? Sorry, did I interrupt you? Before he finished speaking, I couldn't hold back anymore. Baby, it's my turn now. I whispered softly in Jason Lee's left ear. Jason Lee's voice was almost incoherent, and there was a brief moment of silence on the other end. Jason Lee, who are you with? I think I heard. Bye. I didn't let him finish. Hung up the phone. Brother, focus. Let's finish what we started first. 20 minutes later, Jason Lee came out of the bathroom, worry written on his face. Emily White, are you scared? Ryan Smith might come back any time now. I gently patted his face. Jason Lee, why did you agree to monitor me for Ryan Smith? Jason Lee was stunned. Emily White, how did you know? I smiled. I ran into Ryan Smith on the street, figured out who the mastermind is, and found out you were part of his plan. Emily White, are you angry? Of course not. I'm lucky it was you monitoring me. Why do you say that? I lowered my head and kissed his swollen lips. Jason Lee, I don't love Ryan Smith anymore. I admit, I loved him a lot in the past, but now I'm tired. Jason Lee, do you know what a woman hates most? The most hated thing is a man's infidelity. Although Ryan Smith's willfulness exhausted me, what truly broke me was his ambiguous relationship with Amanda Green. Out in the open and behind the scenes, I had long noticed how Ryan Smith and Amanda Green were always flirting. Even the runaway game was planned by Amanda Green. I never saw them actually rolling around together, but I'm not lacking in imagination. Jason Lee lowered his head, his short wet hair covering his eyes. When he looked up again, his eyes were full of tears. Emily White, am I a bad man too? The hateful third party? I took his hand. Jason Lee, you don't need to blame yourself. Even without you, Ryan Smith and I wouldn't have lasted. It just so happens that you came into my world, and I just happened to love you. I leaned into Jason Lee's ear. Baby, will you do one thing for me? The thing I asked Jason Lee to do was simple. Keep Ryan Smith occupied and make sure he continues with his runaway plan. In Ryan Smith's group, Jason Lee sent a message. Brother Yi, Emily White just told me she was going out to look for you tonight, but accidentally fell into an old well and twisted her ankle. Then, I had Jason Lee send a photo of my ankle to the group. Ryan Smith. Oh my god. I'm done. The game ends here. I'm coming back. Amanda Green immediately popped up. Ryan Smith. Are you stupid? She's definitely fooling you. Ryan Smith. I'm really worried. Emily White would never lie to me. Amanda Green. She didn't say which hospital. I'll go see if she's lying. Jason Lee. She's at South City Hospital. In the emergency room. South City Hospital is right next to Amanda Green's place, so she can go there easily. Sure enough, the smart Amanda Green immediately replied, I'll go check. I'll know right away. In just a few minutes, Amanda Green triumphantly posted in the group. I told you, this woman is lying to you. I asked around, and there's no such person in the emergency room. Ryan Smith. A trick? Amanda Green. Of course. You're such an idiot. She thinks that if she spreads this, you'll show up immediately. Ha ha ha. Didn't expect that. Huh? She's playing a higher game. But I'm better. Amanda Green kept pushing Ryan Smith. Let's keep stringing her along for a few more days. Let her reach her breaking point. Then show up. It'll have the best effect. Half of the group. All right. That's enough. Don't go too far. Ryan Smith. I'm really worried about that too. Amanda Green. Listen to me. You won't regret it. If you go back now, all your efforts will be wasted. The group immediately went quiet. Sure enough, in the middle of the night, Ryan Smith still came back. He quietly opened the door and sneaked into the bedroom. The bedroom door was deliberately left open, and the room smelled strongly of alcohol. Empty bottles were scattered all over the bedside table and floor. I even called his name in my drunken sleep. When we set up the scene, Jason Lee was worried we might have gone too far and Ryan Smith would feel sorry and rush to comfort me. I smiled lightly. No, he always listens to Amanda Green. She's like his goddess. As long as she tells him to keep me hanging, he won't disobey. As expected, he felt relieved and quietly left. He didn't know that Jason Lee was sleeping in the bedroom next door. The next morning, he called Jason Lee. Emily White didn't go to work today? Jason Lee. No, she said she got drunk last night. Her stomach hurts, so she took another day off. Jason Lee, your girlfriend sounds just like Emily White. If I hadn't sneaked back last night, I would have thought you and Emily White. Jason Lee laughed. She loves you so much. How could she allow a third party to come between you two? Unless what? Ryan Smith suddenly looked nervous. Unless you cheat first, and have a third party. Ryan Smith was shocked. My good Jason Lee, we've known each other for so many years. You wouldn't forget our loyalty just because of a pretty face, right? Jason Lee smiled. Of course not. She loves you so much. And you love her too. True love is unbreakable. Ryan Smith then proudly boasted. Yeah, the more I act like this, the tighter Emily White clings to me. Honestly, sometimes it's kind of annoying. Bro, when you look for a girlfriend, don't pick one who controls you everywhere. It's better to be a little more free. Actually, Jason Lee didn't know. It was Ryan Smith who pursued me first. In college, Ryan Smith chased me every day. He bought me meals and delivered them to my dorm, called me every morning to wake me up, saved me a seat and signed me in. Over time, everyone thought he was my boyfriend. On Valentine's Day in our third year, he rushed onto the stage and confessed to me in front of all our classmates. Gradually, I started to like this guy too. But once he had me, he started showing his true colors. If I spoke to another guy, he would immediately show me his discontent without a word. Meanwhile, he'd flirt with Amanda Green. Every time I confronted him, he'd insist that he and Amanda Green had known each other since childhood, and to him, she was just a buddy. Over the years, everyone around me knew I had a jealous boyfriend, and even male classmates getting married wouldn't dare to invite me. The only thing that clicked between us was physical intimacy. Before Jason Lee, he was the only man I had ever been with. But after his 10th runaway, I was truly exhausted. Jason Lee's appearance felt like a light, illuminating me. He made me understand what love really is. Love is mutual giving, not just taking. While I admit that men are driven by their lower instincts, we all still long for warmth and respect. What I couldn't get from Ryan Smith, Jason Lee gave me beautifully. I prepared a big surprise for Ryan Smith. 2 days later, it happened to be a Saturday. I called Amanda Green. Amanda Green, Ryan Smith has been gone for a month now. This time, he really doesn't want me. I pretended to be sad. In 3 months, it's our wedding. It can't be cancelled, since the wedding is already set, and our relatives and friends all know about it. So what? Amanda Green on the other end sounded a bit anxious. So, I planned to forget him painfully. A few days ago, I randomly found a man and planned to have a flash wedding. Also, things remind me of him. I have to take responsibility for what I've done. If you see Brother Yi, please tell him I've sent all his things to his company. Emily White. You. Before she could finish, I sniffled pitifully and hung up. I sat in the rocking chair on the balcony, playing games, enjoying the warm sunshine. 20 minutes later, a knock on the door sounded. The leading lady of today arrived. Emily White. You really are lucky. Brother Yi still loves you. He'll be here soon. I was genuinely surprised. Really? Brother Yi still loves me? After being gone for a month, I thought he had already forgotten me. Amanda Green impatiently spoke up. He calls your name in his dreams. He's heartbroken over you, crying every night. Doesn't that count as love? I was shocked. How do you know he calls my name in his dreams? Could it be? Amanda Green panicked a little. Don't think too much. We slept in a double bed. Nothing happened. His heart is only with you. I sneered inside. Amanda Green. Looks like you really don't see yourself as a woman. 10 minutes later, the leading man appeared. Ryan Smith cried as he hugged me. Emily White. I missed you so much. I pushed him away, and he looked at me in surprise. What's wrong, Emily White? Are you still mad at me? I'll never do anything so stupid again to hurt you. He lunged toward me again, but this time, Missed. Ryan Smith, what do you think of me? Every night, you cry for me in another woman's arms? You sure have a special way of missing me. Ryan Smith looked shocked. Emily White, what are you talking about? I really. While he rambled on, I slowly opened my computer and brought up the surveillance footage. In a brightly lit bar, a girl in a black lace dress danced provocatively. With blurry, drunken eyes, she was pulled into a man's arms. After a hot kiss, he staggered and dragged her into a shadowy corner. The next moment, the man lifted her, and they tangled together. Ryan Smith collapsed, crying at my feet. Emily White, forgive me, it was just that one time with her. I swear, that day I was really drunk and mistook her for you. He clutched my legs tightly and pointed at Amanda Green, who was standing motionless. It was her. Amanda Green seduced me. I love you so much. I would never be interested in another woman. I sneered and looked at Amanda Green. Amanda Green, what do you say? You can't cheat with a friend's husband. How low can you be? Trying to sleep with your friend's man. Amanda Green and I were college roommates. One time, I overheard her telling someone that she had been lusting after Ryan Smith's body for a long time. But at that time, Ryan Smith only had feelings for me. So all these years, she's been getting close to me just to lure Ryan Smith in. She knew I didn't like places like bars and didn't want to see Amanda Green, but every time there was a gathering, Ryan Smith would drag me there. He seemed to enjoy watching me get jealous. Last night, Jason Lee told me that he and Ryan Smith weren't actually brothers. Brother Yi is his stepbrother. Every time there was a meal, the usually strict Ryan Smith would bring Jason Lee, his half-brother, along. The older brother had never been in a relationship, yet he was being spoiled by two women at the same time. Ryan Smith brought his brother along to show off how happy he was. The job I got had nothing to do with Ryan Smith either. Jason Lee said when he first saw me at a job fair, he was moved. But at that time, I already had a boyfriend. One time at a dinner, when he bent down to pick up a spoon that had fallen, he noticed Amanda Green's fair legs tangled with Ryan Smith's under the table. So Jason Lee had been waiting. Waiting for Ryan Smith, the fox, to show his tail. Waiting for me to completely give up on him. This time, unable to resist Ryan Smith's pleas, Jason Lee, who usually didn't like to stir up trouble, joined his younger brother's runaway plan, willingly becoming a pawn in his drama. But Jason Lee's way of monitoring me was a bit unique. We're all adults, so I quickly understood his intentions. Now, faced with my questions, Amanda Green turned red. She gritted her teeth. Emily White, where did you get this surveillance footage? Of course, from your old place. Fine. Private information theft? I'm going to sue. Are you going to sue me? Or the bar? I interrupted her. Too bad. That bar is co-owned by my mom and my Riverside Inn. Amanda Green. My boyfriend ran away without saying a word, and I'm using my family's shop to pull the footage and track down my missing boyfriend. Is that illegal? The trashy woman deflated immediately. Emily White. If it weren't for that night I got drunk, I wouldn't have been so horrible to sleep with my friend's husband. Brother Yi loves you. He was just drunk and mistook me for you. If you really love him, you should forgive him this once. She clenched her teeth, seemingly determined. From now on, I won't have anything to do with him. I sneered. Amanda Green, looks like you two are the real deal. He gave you a beating, and you're still defending him. I walked over and patted Amanda Green on the shoulder. Sister, if your husband can forgive your infidelity, then I can forgive him. I pointed to the man lying on the floor, his face streaked with tears. Amanda Green's eyes instantly filled with panic. Emily White, what are you doing? Joe Lynn has depression. Don't provoke him. So? Your husband has depression, but you go out and mess with someone else's husband to vent? Sister, you sure know how to play the game. I pointed at the surveillance above. Too bad you said that too late. Joe Lynn is watching the live broadcast over there. Joe Lynn is a classmate from college, a gentleman with good manners. Back then, Amanda Green worked hard to get him. Yesterday when I found him, he was still half in disbelief because Amanda Green had been playing the role so well. During this time, she had been staying with Ryan Smith day and night, while telling Joe Lynn she was on a business trip. To make up for her guilt, she wrote a big check and booked Joe Lynn's stay at the best recovery center in South City. Yesterday, I had someone install surveillance at home and linked it to Joe Lynn's phone. For convenience in gathering evidence, I also installed a high-definition camera. I waved at the surveillance camera. Joe Lynn, these are the pieces of evidence for when you divorce that trashy woman. Make sure to save them. Before I finished, Amanda Green, in a fit of rage, slapped me. That slap from Amanda Green cost her $500,000. After all, not only was my nose hurt, But so was my fragile heart. In the plaintiff's seat, I struggled to squeeze out a tear. I have obsessive-compulsive disorder. She slept with my fiancé and gave me severe depression. She ruined me, and now I'm afraid to touch any man. In bed, emotionally wrecked, I was held by my beloved Jason Lee, night after night. Although my salary wasn't low, after all these years with Ryan Smith, very little was left. Amanda Green's slap came at just the right time. Looking at the bank message I just received, I smiled with joy. No more worries about renovating the new house. To earn back her husband's forgiveness, Amanda Green started fighting Ryan Smith like dogs tearing each other apart. Ex-lovers fighting in the street, even brawling. As a result, their story was secretly filmed and uploaded online. Joke tellers roamed the streets, desperately looking for material, and when they finally caught one, they had to dig deep. Their story quickly went viral, reaching the top. Jolynn divorced her. Amanda Green's father was so upset by his ungrateful daughter that he was hospitalized. The joke tellers wouldn't let go of Amanda Green, and many internet celebrities started waiting outside her company. To protect the company's image, Amanda Green was fired. Amanda Green worked at my branch office, and it was me who had introduced her there. Normally, when she saw me, she would call me sister from far away. Now, her ungratefulness and affair with my boyfriend were brutally exposed by her colleagues. Frustrated, Amanda Green drove drunk and crashed into a big truck. She injured her neck and will probably never stand again. Ryan Smith came knocking again. The moment I found out about his affair with Amanda Green, I changed the locks. Last time, he knocked at midnight and disturbed the neighbors, so I reported him. Too bad, he's still a dog who can't change his habits. I held Jason Lee and took him to the living room, where we let him listen. Unlike Ryan Smith's reckless behavior, Jason Lee was always restrained. When Jason Lee and I were together for the first time, it wasn't until he went to the bathroom that I noticed something unusual about his body. No wonder he was holding his breath, trembling and straining the whole time. Outside, the knocking stopped for a moment. He yelled, "Emily White, if you have the guts, open the door and let me in. I know who he is. I'm going to tear him apart." I pinched Jason Lee's face. "Baby, I'm sorry this time, but I'll make it up to you next time. I need to give the person outside a lesson first, so he won't bother us again." Jason Lee got up and went to the bathroom. I opened the door, and Ryan Smith rushed in with tears all over his face. "Emily White, still accusing me of cheating? You two must have already gotten together." He glanced hatefully at the bathroom. "Even if I cheated, it was mutual cheating. You're just as bad." I sneered. "Ryan Smith, even a dog can't bite people randomly, can it? Do you know how to spell loyalty? You're the one who's violated the original intention. Why should I remain faithful to a cheater?" I threw a few papers at him. "Look for yourself. Don't be embarrassed." He shivered and picked them up, then frantically tore them apart. "It's okay, tear them up. I have more." I pointed to the drawer. It was a gift I received from a journalist the other day, to please me and try to get more juicy details from me. A thick stack of A4 papers, detailing a year's worth of Ryan Smith and Amanda Green's affair. I have to say, the power of the internet is indeed amazing. When I saw these, my heart sank. Turns out, while I was frantically searching for him, he was out there having fun with another woman. Ryan Smith had sworn that he only slept with Amanda Green once because he was drunk. Then he changed his story, saying it happened twice. Later, even he couldn't explain it anymore. Too bad for him. He'll never understand how terrible it is for a woman when her boyfriend cheats. For a woman, it's not measured by how many times it happens. Out of control, Ryan Smith started pointing the blame at Jason Lee. He shouted at the bathroom, "Jason Lee, you shameless bastard. It's because of you that my parents don't like me. You not only stole my parents' love, but now you're also stealing my woman. Jason Lee, if you've got the guts, get out here and face me." The door opened, and Jason Lee walked out slowly, wrapped in a long soft towel with mist swirling around him. "Jason Lee, do you have no shame? I treated you like a brother, and you're stealing my woman?" I stood behind Jason Lee and sternly said, "Ryan Smith, you need to understand. First, I'm not your woman. I'm just myself. Second, it's me who pursued Jason Lee. I chased him. Emily White, you admitted it, didn't you? We hadn't even broken up, and you already went after him?" He wept and shouted, "Didn't you forget? I'm your fiancé. I left. Why didn't you come after me? Isn't it because of him?" I sneered. "Ryan Smith, how's the game Amanda Green set up for you? You keep saying you love me. So, if I loved you, would it mean torturing you, hurting you? Loving you means enjoying your body and your forgiveness greedily, while accepting other men's advances with pleasure. Would you be okay with that? Do you think that's love? I stared at the man before me, his face covered in tears, completely stunned. I admit, before I officially broke up with you, I had already fallen for Jason Lee. If you hadn't been messing around with Amanda Green, if you hadn't listened to her advice and kept running away, tormenting me, would I have given up on you? After all, I've loved you for 3 years. Ryan Smith. Breaking up is just a sentence. It doesn't need any ceremony. I've already said it to you in my heart. Since the moment I discovered your secret with Amanda Green at the street corner, Ryan Smith left in despair. Later, Jason Lee told me that Ryan Smith went home and cried to his parents, saying that his brother had stolen his girlfriend. His mom wanted to say something for him, but when she saw the explosive video of her son, she shut up immediately. Her son had always been willful and unruly, but she never imagined he would do something so embarrassing with a married childhood friend. Wherever he went, people pointed fingers behind his back. Ryan Smith lost all face, and he became depressed, staying in bed all day, contemplating his life. Eventually, he jumped down from the upstairs and broke his leg. Epilogue. 3 months later, my wedding went ahead as planned. My parents were very happy with the generous, elegant, and thoughtful son-in-law. On our wedding night, Jason Lee carried me to the bed. He slowly massaged my ankle. The wedding had been exhausting, and my dear wife must be tired. Dear, are you feeling more comfortable? Not yet enough. My eyes softened as I gazed at him. He pounced. Wife, I've been waiting for that answer. Outside, the gentle breeze and bright moon. Inside, springtime year-round. This lifetime, having a perfect companion is enough.